Hey folks, today we'll talk about a Northeasterner's wild experience. Look, a Northeasterner being bullied. Hilarious. The customer quickly mediated and asked Lina to eat. Lina gave an annoyed look but chose to eat first. The magic of champagne quickly brought them closer together, and in just one drink, they were best buds. That night, Yumi took her back to her rented room, which was overflowing with glamorous Chinese women. Speaking of Lina's unscrupulous employer, Yumi was furious. I asked you in where my money went. Was he keeping it all? The pay doesn't even count, and some of them don't even let you leave. It's like being in prison. Didn't you notice that? But Lina remained tight-lipped and finally nervously asked after a while, what exactly do we do here? Who isn't being forced? Even though she was cornered, Lina didn't want to join the street workers. She visited all the Chinese shops, but found none hiring. Reality now differed greatly from her pre-abroad hopes. So, she walked back to her rented place looking defeated inside. I really like Asian women, they're so much gentler. Don't even get me started on the white girls or the I couldn't help but laugh beside her, watching her desperately want to strip down, and I really wanted to ask her about, you see, I know what to say, I like white men too, especially old dudes like you. I joked. Asian men? Too soft. African men? Forget it, they're wilder. I couldn't help teasing. You white guys are really something, especially old-timers like you. I find you irresistible. I honestly told him. Hearing their talk, Lina felt uneasy. Alone in her room, her son's angelic smile instantly healed her. Yumi then started showing off her daughter's photos, saying she's in her second year of college in Shenyang. She looks just like you. All of this is for her, I remarked nostalgically. Her father passed away early, but she's not dumb, she's doing well in school. I told her to just try and get in. Yumi's words struck a chord with Lina, prompting a hard decision. Though Yumi advised against getting her feet wet, she knew there was no turning back. Her husband didn't want her here, yet she declared, I will never go back. As her husband called, saying he'd sell the house as Lina earned nothing, forcing her to take this path. Guilt and self-blame flooded Lina's heart. She secretly observed how Yumi lured in customers. Once she memorized every detail, she tried to take her first job. Gripping dirty money, she dared not confess the truth to ease the financial burden at home. She had no choice but to keep going. Rent day came quickly, and the women handed the dues over to the landlord. Once Yumi saw that Lina had quickly earned enough for the rent, she understood how Lina was making money. Although Lina was too shy to admit it. Subtitles. Yumi patiently taught some industry no-nos. However, Lina ignored Yumi's advice, met a dangerous man, then confessed and moved back in with Yumi. Opening the window, she saw the Eiffel Tower afar, luring tourists, but irrelevant to these struggling women. Soon it was Lunar New Year, and the women gathered to make dumplings. They looked cheerful, but each carried her own burdens. I was thinking, if I can make enough to buy a house for my son, maybe I can go back. Wait, what are you going to buy? Is this even big enough? While they hoped to return home, they feared losing face if they did. An instant silence fell as the eldest sister's words weighed heavily in the air. They quickly turned up the music and took down some fiery liquor, easing the tension a bit, but the young lady was a no-show. The young lady has aged. They were now just having some fun in a day spa. New Year's here. Come on over. After her first New Year deal, Lina removed lipstick and went to a cafe video call home, but got no answer. This left her anxious until, finally, someone picked up. It was neighbor Dandin, who wanted to come work with her in France. Everyone knew Lina was making a fortune in France, but nobody knew she was in the flesh trade. Sister Lina, I caused you some trouble yesterday. Don't worry, that was my intention. Anyway, I can handle any job. Just find me a good family to work for. Helping me find a job is easy. Dandin, I'm just concerned that being so far from home, you haven't taken care of a child. What if you can adjust? I've looked after my sister's kid before. I've taken care of a kid. It's not the same. Dandin, think it over again. This really isn't for you. Gaifei has been trying to get me out here for months. I didn't think much of it, but she ended up sorting the papers herself. I can't really not go. She treats me like a child. You better take good care of my sister-in-law. The neighbors looked at her eagerly. This left Lina feeling like she'd fallen into an ice cellar, struggling in her own murky waters, unable to help Dandan find a decent job. As soon as Dandan saw her, she threw her arms around Lina, leaving her lost for words. Staring at Dandan's eager face, she hurriedly devised a plan. Dandan brought items from home: her husband's fungus, her mother's thermal pants, and a letter from her son. Lina read aloud, tears streaming down.